Tangled tenders. It was a busy day on Sodor, and all the engines had very hard work to do.
Oh my, Sir Topham Hatt is really busting our buffers.
Come on, Caitlin. Being really useful is what is really important on this island. I don't know what happens on the mainland, but we take pride on that here on Sodor. Oh, come now, Thomas. You have to admit, this is very difficult work. Shunting freight cars and coaches all day long.
Stop complaining, Caitlin and Connor. Caitlin, do you really want to be late for delivering the very important dessert truck to Sir Topham Hatt and the Earl's luncheon at Ulster Castle?
Wait a minute. Doesn't Sir Topham Hatt live right next to this bakery, MC Bun?
But you see, dear Stephen, these are some of the finest and fanciest desserts in all of Europe, requested specially by your boss.
Ah, well then, you better be off, Caitlin. Oh, well then, they are never going to see their desserts by tea time.
What are you saying, brother?
I am the fastest twin, Kathy, and you have always known that. I don't understand why the Fat Controller would choose you to bring such a special.
Oh really, Connor? What do you think makes you so much faster than me?
Well, it's my larger and more spacious tender. I can hold more coal and not have to stop at so many coal hoppers than you.
Okay, then give me your tender.
Connor and the other engines were puzzled at Caitlin's request. Do you really think having my tender for this trip will help you get to the estate faster?
You seem to be praising it so much, so I figure it will most certainly help me with this job.
Okay, but since I'm giving you my tender, you're gonna have to give me yours.
Deal.
Do you two really think this is a good idea? I don't think anything will go right in this situation, but I guess Caitlin thinks this is a solution to her speed problem. Well, I don't want to argue and distract us from any of the rest of our work, so I will give Caitlin my tender and she will just have to see for herself. Very well then, Connor. Let's hope you two don't get hurt in any way. Caitlin was enjoying the rush of riding the rails with Connor's tender. But Connor wasn't enjoying using his sister's tender at all. Just then, Gordon was passing by. Come on, Connor! Don't you have places to zip by? Gosh, I really don't think Katie's tender would be so heavy. Gordon, I can't go anywhere with this clunky tender. Well, try to. We have stuff to do. I can't do anything with this clunky tender at all. I wonder if I have enough coal to make it to the docks with just this batch remaining. Connor had his driver leave the tender on the rails. Okay, I have to go slow. Gosh, I never thought I'd have to say that ever. Caitlin, on the other hand, was having a time of her life, chuffing and popping through the island with this special dessert bag. She didn't have to stop at any coal hoppers. She had enough coal for 2 engines.
Whoosh! Look at me go! I love being faster than Connor.
Then Thomas came rolling up. Caitlin, don't you think you're going a little too fast with that dessert van?
Oh, not at all, Thomas. This is the life.
What Caitlin didn't know was that she was approaching the rolling river bridge. The bridge was rebuilt, but still quite unstable, and not appropriate for fast engines like Caitlin.
Oh dear, I didn't want to go on the route with the bridge. I need to stop.
But Caitlin had way too much steam, and her brakes became quite slippery from the steam condensation.
Oh dear!
Caitlin managed to apply her brakes. Her driver jumped clear, but it was too late. She crashed dangerously over the rolling river bridge. Connor was chuffing very carefully down the rails. Okay, I think I'll be able to reach the docks before I run out of coal. Hopefully by then Katie will be done with my tender. Connor was so focused on reserving coal he didn't notice that the signalman changed the points. And now he was heading towards the Rolling River Bridge. Oh dear, I can't go on the Rolling River Bridge. I'm too heavy. As Connor was veering towards the bridge, he noticed a strange sight. Is that Caitlin? Connor crashed right off the bridge and onto his sister, making her dangle more severely on the broken bridge. Caitlin? What are you doing here?
Hi. Listen, I'm sorry we saw tenders. This was a real mistake. Your tender was so light and it made me go so fast.
And your tender was so heavy, I just left it in a siding.
I do agree. This was a very bad idea.
Oh, Sir Topham Hatt, I'm so sorry. It was my idea to swap tenders, not Connor. And I only agreed to swap because I needed a tender. But then I wound up getting rid of hers in a siding anyway. I tried to talk him out of it, sir. I guess nobody listens to the wise old engine.
Well, I think Connor and Caitlin learned their lesson. And since there's no desserts, Robert and I had to cancel our luncheon.
Wait a minute, sir. Look. Everyone looked at the dessert van. It wasn't broken, but it was dangled dangerously on the cliff, and it had fallen in the siding. Stephen, if I could borrow your remaining coal supply, I can rush and help to bring that dessert van back on the tracks. You and the Earl can have your luncheon here at the bridge.
That could honestly work, Connor. Stephen, it's time to swap the right way.
Moments later, Harvey arrived and brought the dessert van back on the rails. The Earl was there too, ready for lunch.
Oh, Sir Topham, this was a marvelous idea. I see a lovely sunset from this crumbling bridge. And to think so, Robert, this is all because of one not-so-perfect swap and one daring rescue swap. Well done, Caitlin, Connor, and Stephen.
Thank you, sir. Hey, anybody have a jelly filled? Ho 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 ho! All the lunch guests laughed and spent the rest of the day together enjoying the results of Tangled Tenders. The